Hi friends, I am Bhaskar. Welcome back to my channel Education with Entertainments. And today we are going to discuss about the current affairs on 24th February 2021. So coming to the first one, Rajnath Singh inaugurates 26th edition of the Hunar Hath. We know that Rajnath Singh is a defense minister and he has inaugurated the 26th edition of the Hunar Hath in New Delhi. And the Hunar Hath will be held from February 21st to March 1, 2021. And the theme of this is vocal for local, and more than 600 artisans and craftsmen from the more than 31 states and union territories are participating. And through Hunar Hath, the Union Ministry of Minority Affairs aims to provide employment and employment opportunities to 7,50,000 artisans by organizing 75 Hunar Haths by 2022, when India will celebrate its 75 years of independence. The Hunar Hath is also available online at hunarhath.org and on the government e-marketplace portal. Indians living abroad can buy products online as well. So coming to the next one, CM Shivraj Singh Chauhan renames Hoshangabad as Narmadapuram. So Shivraj Singh Chauhan, he is the Chief Minister of the Madhya Pradesh state. So Hoshangabad city in the state of Madhya Pradesh will be renamed Narmadapuram. So this was announced by Madhya Pradesh Chief Minister Shivraj Singh Chauhan during the Narmada Jayanti program held in Hoshangabad. Hoshangabad was earlier named after an attacker Hoshangsa, the first ruler of Malwa. However, the city will now be called Narmadapuram after the river Narmada, the lifeline of the state. The state government will now send a proposal to the center to change the name of the Hoshangabad to Narmadapuram. The city is famous for its beautiful gardens along the banks of the Narmada river. Coming to the next one, India World Bank Inc. project for enhancing school education in Nagaland. So the government of India and the government of Nagaland and the World Bank signed a $68 million agreement for Nagaland enhancing classroom teaching and resource project to enhance the governments of schools across the Nagaland. The $68 million loan from the International Bank for Reconstruction and Development IBRD has a final maturity of 14.5 years, including a grace period of 5 years. And coming to the next one, India signs trade deal $100 million defense agreement with Mauritius. The Indian Foreign Minister S. Jaishankar was an official visit to two key Indian Ocean regions, Maldives and Mauritius. And S. Jaishankar, also the External Affairs Minister, he visited the island nation Mauritius to review the comprehensive and important bilateral relationship between the two nations. India signed a free trade agreement or comprehensive economic cooperation partnership agreement with Mauritius. The FTA or CECPA is the first such pact with any African country and will help Mauritius to emerge as a hub of Africa. And India also offered a $100 million line of credit to Mauritius to facilitate the procurement of defense assets. And apart from this, an agreement has also been signed between the two countries to provide a Dornier aircraft and an advanced light helicopter Dhruv on lease to Mauritius on a gratis basis for 2 years, so that the country can carry out patrolling activities and monitor its vast maritime domain more effectively. And coming to the next one, Prime Minister Narendra Modi to inaugurate the second edition of Maritime India Summit. The Prime Minister Narendra Modi will inaugurate the virtual Maritime India Summit MIS 2021 from March 2 to 4 2021. The Maritime India Summit 2021 is a flagship initiative of the Union Ministry of State for Ports, Shipping and Waterways and Government of India. The FICCI is the industry partner for the summit. And the theme for this event is exploring the potential business opportunities in the Indian maritime sector and making Atmanirbhar Bharat. The objective of the summit is to promote both domestic and international investment in the Indian ports and maritime sector. And coming to the next one, Dada Saheb Phalke International Film Festival Awards 2021 announced. The prestigious Dada Saheb Phalke International Film Festival Awards 2021 were announced to honor the best Indian cinema, television, music and OTT and etc. So the late actor Sushant Singh Rajput was posthumously awarded Critics' Best Actor for his performance in Dil Bechara. And here some of the winners of the award for 2021 are as follows. The first one, the best actor in female role, Deepika Padukone in the film Chepak. And the second one is the best actor in male, Akshay Kumar from Lakshmi. The third one is Critics' Best Actress, Kiara Advani from Guilty movie. And the fourth one is Critics' Best Actor, the late actor Sushant Singh Rajput from Dil Bechara. And fifth one is the best film is Tanaji, the Unseen Warrior. And the next one is best international feature film is Parasite most versatile actor K.K. Menon. And the seventh one is best director, who is Anurag Basu from Ludo, and many more. And coming to the next one, spacecraft named in honor of black woman hidden figures mathematician. A space supply ship, Cygnus NG-15 cargo dubbed as SS Katherine Johnson, has been named in honor of Katherine Johnson, a black NASA mathematician who played a critical role in the success of the first US crewed space flight, Mercury Atlas 6 mission. The SS Katherine Johnson arrived on February 22, 2021 and will be at the International Space Station until May 2021. Mr. Johnson was a pioneering mathematician known for her handwritten calculations. She helped astronaut John Glenn to become the first American to orbit Earth after personally verifying his Mercury mission's orbital trajectory calculation. Her contributions were also featured in the Oscar-nominated film Hidden Figures. And coming to the next one, Karnataka to host second Khelo India University Games 2021. So the second edition of the Khelo India University Games KIUG 2021 is scheduled to be held in Karnataka. This announcement was made by the Karnataka Chief Minister Shri B.S. Yedurappa and the Union Minister of Youth Affairs and Sports Kiren Rijiju. The KIUG 2021 will be hosted by Jain, deemed to be University in Bengaluru, in partnership with the Association of Indian Universities. In 2021, Yogasana and Mallakham have been added to the University Games in an effort to preserve and promote the century-old sporting discipline of the country. And coming to the next one, world's biggest cricket stadium set for first match. The stadium was first opened in the early 1980s actually November 13, 1980, but has recently been rebuilt and now has a seating capacity of 1,10,000. So eh, this stadium name is Narendra Modi Stadium, earlierly known as Motera Stadium. So the cost to rebuild this stadium is 800 crore rupees. Modera currently is the biggest cricket stadium in the world in terms of capacity. And this stadium is located in Motera in Sabarmati and in Ahmedabad districts in Gujarat state. And coming to the next one, Central Excise Day, which is observed on 24th February. Central Excess Day is celebrated every year on February 24 across India. The day is being celebrated to honor the service of the Central Board of Excise and Custom to the country. Actually, celebrated to honor the officers associated with the CBEC and their services to the country. This is done to encourage the officers to carry out the duties with utmost sincerity. And the officers every year perform checking of corruption in goods from the manufacturing sector. The day is celebrated to commemorate the legislation of the Central Excise and Salt Act on 24th February 1944. And coming to the next one, former TRAI chairman Rahul Kullar passes away. Rahul Kullar, the former chairman of the Telecom Regulatory Authority of India, has passed away. He was a 1975 batch Indian Administrative Services officer who was appointed as TRAI chief in May 2012. And he served at TRAI for 3 years. Prior to being appointed as TRAI chief, he was secretary of the Ministry of Commerce and Trade. And coming to the next one, Jasmine Harrison from UK becomes youngest woman to row Atlantic Ocean. She is a British woman. Jasmine Harrison of the England has become the youngest woman to row solo across the Atlantic Ocean. The 21-year-old from Thresk, North Yorkshire in the UK achieved the feat by finishing top in the 2020 Talisker Whiskey Atlantic Challenge, which is organized by Atlantic Campaigns. Harrison, who is a swim instructor and bartender by profession, and traveled 3,000 miles, which is equal to 4,828 kilometers, across the Atlantic Ocean in 70 days, 3 hours and 48 minutes. Harrison began her journey in Spain's Canary Islands on December 12, 2020 and arrived in Antigua on February 20, 2021. So thank you guys. If you like this video, please like, share and subscribe it. Thank you.